side on that streak route, DJ.
Yeah, they've been going back to the well. I mean, it's working. Like we said, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Keep feeding him if he is open.
Absolutely. Bonner's really playing very cushioned coverage there on that right side. And so far, you know, Ryan Davis has really been attacking him, just running straight at him. And so far, not able to be stopped, it seems like. First down and 10 now as the linebackers move down into more aggressive positions here for Nashville. Wisniak with a quick drop back, looking to the right side. Davis with the one-handed catch, showing a little bit of that flash and style on that one.
Wow, I mean, he made that look easy. I feel like I could have went out there and did that. He made that look so effortless, just almost on stride. Look at that, bringing it in, tucking it into his body, taking the hit, and getting the gain in the first down.
Certainly, Skimizniak looking really good so far to start off this one, as he'll head into the shotgun here. First and 10. 3 receivers to his right side. An aggressive pass look here from this Riverhogs offense. And he will throw, stepping back. Blitz. Ooh, a little bit of a screen pass there to the right side. And again, Blitz delivering the heavy-hitting physicality there, stiff arm, to number 21, Jimmy Hatzis, as he walks out of bounds after a 7-yard gain.
Yeah, it's a great play there. Recapping the first 2 drives. A touchdown by Blitz and a touchdown by Sosa to have the tie game right now as the Riverhogs have possession.
Yeah, but both quarterbacks really been the stars of the show here. Skimizniak will hand it off. Nemchik stuffed on the right side there. Good tackle by Jamal Ballard. The outside linebacker will lose Pittsburgh a yard. 3rd and 4 now coming up.
Yeah, I mean, this tempo defense is really bringing the pain when it comes to these short games. Oh,
Skimizniak dodges a sack there. It slides just in front of the first down marker. Unfortunate there not to get it, but I think at some point you really do have to try and avoid the punishment that was certain to come with 2 big guys there about to hit you.
Oh, absolutely. That was a great sense of awareness to notice the pocket collapsing around him and take off where he had space. I mean, if anything, you can look at that as a positive. The punt's a little better than it previously would have been.
Absolutely. I mean, Easton King took a shot there on the punt return, that's for sure. As Nashville will take over for their second offensive attempt on their own 14-yard line. We'll walk you through these rosters again, folks, as it seems like some of us are still trying to catch up here. Quarterback Candy King, halfbacks Easton King and Tino Sosa. The lone wide receiver Elliott Pope Jr. alongside the lone tight end Sharona Pravado. And on the line, Portia Henson and Demon Pickle, as Sosa has a nice run up the middle there, finds a little bit of room after 1, and manages to pick up 4 yards. 2nd and 6 upcoming.
Yeah, the safety Al Ingram dropping down to make the tackle on the short gain. I mean, if these safeties are going to have a big part in this game, they're going to have to continue to help stop this run, and they're doing a great job of it so far.
You know, I think run defense really going to have to be the focus for both teams here, considering both teams' starting running backs have scored the 2 touchdowns in this one, as Kane drops back to throw, looking to that right side, and finds Easton King, or Elliott Pope Jr., excuse me, for a nice catch down the field there. That looked like some tight bracket coverage.
Oh, absolutely. That was on a rope by Candy Kane. That was exactly where it needed to be, right between the 2 defenders, going right past the corner's hands. EPJ with a nice catch in coverage, being able to bring it in.
EPJ looking more like OBJ so far in this one here, as Candy Kane will take the short drop. Sharona Pravado gets that one. She's been involved all night so far. Picks up a nice 7 yards from this tempo offense. Really been moving through the air. You know, as we've mentioned before, that one run that we saw on their entire first drive was the touchdown run for Tino Sosa. So really an offense that looks to attack through the air.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great throw there. As a wise man once said, hashtag throw it to the tight end. Got to feed Sharona early here.
We're going to be having a lot of hashtag throw it to the tight ends if this game continues. Oh, Elliott Pope Jr.
Oh, couldn't hold on.
It looks like we've got an injury, actually. Chad Scott down on the field there. I think he did get the catch, and it just looks like the chain gang is going to need time to catch up there. But, man, Elliott Pope Jr. has been exploiting that man all night so far tonight. Now he heads out with an injury. Things going from bad to worse.
Yeah, making the catch and corner getting injured in the process. I mean, if anything, that's some crazy defense there by the corner, and that was a terrific catch in coverage.
Man, look at Candy Cane's numbers, 8 of 10 for 110 yards down the field. He has been on it so far tonight, as has Skimizniak, his counterpart, rolling out from the pressure. Oh, does a pump fake. They're trying to escape the pocket, but unable to really get anywhere. And Zion Waddles will record a sack there and bring Candy Cane down for a loss of 1 on that one.
Yeah, honestly, that was great blocking by the offensive line there. I think all that chalked down to was the defensive backs playing great lock-up defense. Candy Cane really didn't see anything open and thought it was better to try and take off, and I agree with the decision, only getting brought down for a loss of 1.
Yeah, definitely looked like a coverage sack, especially if one of your DBs is the one who ends up getting the sack there. As that time, Cane felt the pressure from the backside. I don't even think he really saw it, but he just sensed it and was able to kind of dump that one into the dirt there and avoid a big sack. 3rd and 11 now for the Tempo.
That's what you like to see from a young quarterback in the SFLm. The awareness and the ability to sense pressure around him and get the ball out before he gets taken down.
Eyes in the back of his helmet so far for this rookie quarterback as Elliott Pope Jr. goes in motion to that right side, setting up the quads look here. Cane with all kinds of time, looking for it all down the middle, tried to find Easton King, who had it in his hands for just a moment there, but the pass broken up well by the strong safety Al Ingram III, and that will force Nashville to almost certainly have to punt from this position.
Yeah, Easton King almost bringing it down in double coverage between the safeties. That was a brave throw there by Candy Cane, throwing it to the halfback down the field, but he's been one of their best receiving targets all season.
Absolutely. 2 punts after 2 opening touchdowns here. This one will bounce out of bounds just around the 15-yard line. Mark your calendars, folks. The SFL is back with Season 24's free agent frenzy when we find out who's on the move and where ahead of Season 24's kickoff in early January. You can see it right here Monday, December 2nd at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on the Virtual Football Network. Skimizniak looking to lead this offense again for their 3rd drive of the game here. Passing on the first down. That one swatted in the air there. I believe that is Pink Lisa, number 32 it is, with the nice little jump and swat.
I do believe it was. That was some great defensive coverage there. Honestly, that was thrown right to her, able to get in front of the ball and make a nice defensive play in coverage.
Absolutely. 2nd and 10 now. Pittsburgh favoring this I formation. Skimizniak on the short drop. Pressure. Shakes the back and manages to dump it out and avoid a costly takedown in the backfield there. Skimizniak and Cane both, seeming to sense that pressure, although I think Skimizniak definitely felt it a bit more since he got hit pretty hard.
Definitely did more than sensed it there, and honestly, it looked like it kind of got to him a little bit. Getting hit, he was kind of like, here, take this. I don't want it, throwing it to the middle of the field. No one really in the radius of it.
Loose nickel coverage here for Nashville as Skimizniak finds Davis again on that left side. Ryan Davis has been the spark so far for Pittsburgh tonight on offense, at least through the air. We've seen BB Blitz have a great game so far as well, but Skimizniak finding his number 1 target.
Absolutely. Davis on the out route there, it kind of looked like the corner got caught up trying to help on the crossing route from the outside receiver, giving Davis just enough room on that out route to be wide open.
One of those natural pick plays there where the corners run into each other trying to catch the crossing wide receivers as Skimizniak will hand it off to Blitz there. Another stiff arm delivered, this time not really able to get much further thanks to Tommy Welbrock Bussey, and Blitz will be happy really just to get back to the line.
Yeah, I mean, this linebacking core is one of the best in the league. Welbrock Bussey and Jamal Ballard getting the tackle there, both of them dragging him down, not even letting him get back to the line.
Well, Welbrock Bussey getting a little bit aggressive in his stance there, potentially rushing up the middle here. No, he'll drop off, but Ballard will come on the rush on the outside there. He hit Skimizniak. It somehow still got to Davis, but man, Jamal Ballard delivers a crushing hit to Skimizniak to end this first quarter.
Yeah, he might need some ice after that one. He was absolutely laid out. Honestly, that is very impressive, being able to take that hit. And it was from the front of him. He knew he was coming. He stood there, made the throw, and took the hit. That is nice courage shown by a young quarterback in this league.
Well, for those of you just joining us at the end of the first quarter, score tied at 7 apiece here between Pittsburgh and Nashville. Brandon Walters alongside DJ Kilgannon here in the booth. Skimizniak hit again on the 3rd down. Man, these quarterbacks are starting to take some punishment now, DJ.
Yeah, this defensive line for Nashville is really bringing the pressure here. Kira Cool and the offensive line of Pittsburgh are really going to have to step it up in this next drive because it seems like Smizniak is under pressure every play.
Certainly not want your quarterback to take that kind of beating in the pocket play after play there. Something's going to have to be figured out on that end here as Nashville will get the punt return just past the 30-yard line. Easton King pushing his way forward there, try and set up his offense with a little bit better field position.
You know, he's really a Swiss Army knife at the halfback position, doing their kicking and punting returns some games. A nice target out of the backfield and get some rushing touches every once in a while.
Absolutely a jack of all trades, as they say. Folks, you're watching the Simulation Football Minor League action here on the Virtual Football Network, the official network of the SFLm, SFL, UFL, and so much more coming soon. The Virtual Football Network, where all the best virtual football lives. First down and 10 here for Nashville as they send the fullback out in motion to create the strong eye. Blitz pressure coming from that left side. Kane looking right, finds his receiver. Beautiful job to sense the pressure there. Hayes gets his second catch of the game. A nice first down.
And I mean, that's just a textbook look there. Candy Cane, again, like we said, sensing that pressure from the left, taking a few steps to the right, and throwing it on a rope, absolutely on the money to the right side of the field. Again, targeting that number 30 corner right over his head in coverage.
Yeah, important to note that number 30 went into the medical tent and has since returned, so good to see that for this Riverhawks defense, although it doesn't seem to be helping too much as King up the middle there with a nice run. They'll spot him only a 3-yard gain. I feel like that's a bit harsh, but either way, a nice, pace-setting run there for Easton King.
Mr. Pickle there, the center, making a nice hole with his guards, right for Easton King to slip in and get a nice gain of 3 untouched until he reached the linebackers.
Offensive lines of both teams have had their ups and downs so far in this one here, but looks like it's on the ups for Nashville. Ooh, nice tackle there on Tino Sosa. Means he's only able to pick up 2. That's a nice tackle by the outside linebacker, Jasant Grackleflint for Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I mean, that's a nice open field tackle there, only letting him get a gain of 2. This Pittsburgh defense has been doing a nice job stopping the runs this drive. Looking for a pass here.
3rd and 5, Kane will pass. 3-man pressure. He's got King open over the middle of the field. Gone a little bit backwards, but I think forward progress will be enough to give him that first down. He was taken down by Grackleflint, but not enough in time.
King with the pass out of the backfield again. We've said it before. They love to pass to him out of that backfield. It looked like he was going to get tackled initially and then able to stay up and get a few extra yards.
Pressure dump off to the left side. Sosa shut down quickly there. That's a big man making a tackle with the hustle. P. Fudor getting out to that edge there and immediately bringing down Tino Sosa.
Yeah, it looked like they maybe had the big guy in coverage there. P. Fudor, 6'4", 287. Able to take down Sosa in open field. That shows some speed there from the big guy.
2nd and 10 now, back to that split back set that they've loved so much here. 4-man pressure. Kane gets it out in time. King takes a shot there. It bounced right off his hands. Spicoli was the one to deliver the hit there. 3rd and 10 now. Let's walk through that Riverhawk defense. On the line, defensive end P. Fudor, who we just mentioned, alongside defensive tackle Big Snacks. Linebackers Jasant Grackleflint and Jeff Spicoli alongside the secondary. The only corner on the team, number 20, Chad Wolf, and in the backfield there, free safety Zion Waddles and strong safety Al Ingram III. As we get 3rd and 10 here. Candy Cane looking down the field and finds Hayes again. Another big catch for him, securing another first down. This team only has one contracted wide receiver, DJ, so they've really got to be able to spread it around. And so far, Candy Cane's done a good job of finding his other targets.
Yeah, they've been doing a great job of using these non-contract wide receivers in the passing game so far. They've maybe been able to focus the attention on Pope Jr. and hit him when he's open.
3-man front here, but they will bring pressure. 5-man dumps it off, and again, Sosa gets hit. But Spicoli, that's the second play in a couple now where he has come down and absolutely cracked the running back on that dump off.
Yeah, I mean, that must have been a design pass to the back there, because that's, again, one of the they've done it a few times now, bringing a 3-man rush on this Nashville offense.
Pope Jr. in motion now to the right side. Setting up a 1-by-2. A little bit of imbalance here. Looks like zone coverage from this Riverhawks defense. The pressure doesn't get in time. Trying to find Easton King again. Really, Candy Cane looking for these little, running back safety valves more and more often here, but unable to connect.
Looking back at their previous drive, they were having a lot of success. And even some on this drive, making those nice passes over the middle to Hayes and Pope. I think they should try and go back to that rather than these short underneath passes.
Sharona Pravado also has been a little bit quieter in this as the game has gone on. Pump fake from King. Oh, he takes a sack there. Big hit from number 69. That's a big boy. And another, big hit, Roy Atier there on the sack for this Riverhawks defense. And, this defense really, it feels like it's starting to stiffen up at just the right time here, DJ.
Oh, for sure. If it's going to happen at any time, it needs to be now. Finally getting back there, getting able to drag Candy Cane down. So far, he's been able to, sense that pressure really well. We've said it before, both QBs, they've been able to really get the ball out of their hands before it's reached to them. That time, they're not able to. Oh, barely squeezes in there.
Man, Charles Franz manages to just eke it in past that left upright there. A nice little curving kick from the new kicker, but it's closer than you would probably like from 38. But either way, Nashville now leads 10-7 here. And, it feels like this game has kind of been very back and forth. Whatever you can do, I can do better. We had the opening touchdowns from both teams and then punts traded from both teams. And now Nashville's been able to answer with, some more points of their own with that field goal there. How do you think Pittsburgh is going to try and respond?
If the tale of the tape is true, a field goal is in order. But I know this Pittsburgh Riverhawk offense, they want more than that. I think if they keep feeding the running backs, I think they're going to get a lot of success going this drive.
Well, speaking of that offense, we'll highlight them again for you all. Quarterback Mike Skamizniak alongside halfbacks Robert Nemchek and BB Belitz, wide receivers Devin Lloyd and Ryan Davis, tight ends James Jennings and Talib Bobby, and on the line tackle Kira Cool as Skamizniak firing down that right side. I think he was trying to find Davis again, but this time his number one target was all blanketed in coverage there.
Jimmy Hatsis with fantastic coverage there. The defensive line of the Tempo getting a lot of pressure on Skamizniak there, making him throw the ball to a covered man, and it was a great play there by the Tempo D.
2nd and 10, a bit of a heavier set here still for Pittsburgh. They will pass. Nashville only brings 3. Belitz on the outside, shakes off Ballard, and manages to get a nice few yards there before he is dragged down out of bounds. But not before picking up that first down, DJ.
Yeah, BB, he's doing it again. This man is a 6'4", 245. He is not an easy man to bring down, especially by yourself in open field. It's going to take a lot. It's going to take multiple helmets to the ball if they're going to bring him down consistently.
Yeah, definitely kind of a group tackling effort there. Bit of a group project trying to bring BB Belitz down early on, especially.
For sure.
As we get a quads look now from Pittsburgh, they'll send one of their wide receivers in motion, number 17. That is Devin Lloyd.
Delro follows him across the field.
Skamizniak looking to that left side, finds Lloyd. Oh, no, he dropped the ball. I think he's got an injury.
Oh, no.
That could be a crushing blow to this Pittsburgh offense. Devin Lloyd's been one of the best wide receivers in the entire minor leagues so far this season, and to lose him could be a critical blow.
Yeah, Lloyd, he's tied for first in touchdowns right now as far as receivers go in the minor leagues. Almost up to 900 receiving yards in his Season 9 campaign thus far. Seeing him go out before the second half is heart-wrenching for this Pittsburgh offense.
Well, they do give him the catch as he exits the field. Hopefully he will be back sooner rather than later. 2nd inches now, basically about a half an inch now for this Pittsburgh offense. Almost certainly going to give it to Belitz, and they will on the left side there, and he plows forward. Ballard and Wellbrock Bussey both have to combine to bring him down after a gain of about 6 or 7.
Yeah, like we said, they're going to have to work together as a unit, and if anyone can do that, it's going to be this linebacking core, Bussey and Ballard. They're going to be able to do it, and they're going to have to keep doing it if they're going to want to shut down Belitz.
10, they'll go for the draw here. Nemchek trying to find some room. Just manages to get a little bit. They'll mark him just at the line there. I thought he might have gotten one, but nice job by that Tempo defense. We'll walk you through now On the line, defensive end Harley Wilson and defensive tackle Bear Winters. Linebackers Tommy Welbrock Bussey and Jamal Ballard. Corners Jimmy Hatsis, Bentley Bonner, and Pink Lisa. And safety Strike Vader and Chris Delros. Kamizniak throwing the ball. Davis again, a one-handed catch. Man, he has been all over the field tonight with these flashy little catches, DJ.
Yeah, we might have to call down to the Zebras right there. We might need someone to check his gloves. Again, that right-handed snag right in front of the corner. Hatsis on the field. That's the second time it's happened right in front of him. He's going to have to start dropping down when he runs that post route because it's consistently open for Davis.
Wozniak and Davis have been really, the connection has been very strong so far tonight. Blitz makes another man miss again there out of the backfield and is brought down by Pink Lisa after a nice gain of 4 yards.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's been a nice showing here for this Pittsburgh offensive line led by Kira Cool, the tackle. They've been doing a great job for BB Blitz and Skamizniak, giving him plenty of time in the pocket to hit Davis.
2nd and 6 now. They'll go back to the run. Nemchek has a bit more room up the middle than he has most of the game so far, and we'll pick up another 4. Nice little run there from the number 2 running back, Robert Nemchek, and that'll set up a 3rd and 2 just outside the red zone here. It looks like Pittsburgh's getting in position to at least score those 3 points you were talking about, DJ.
Yeah, I mean, the tail of the tape usually doesn't lie. Nemchek getting lit up. Not for nothing, though, getting a nice gain, making it 3rd and short.
As I say, I feel like he'll be happier with that one at least because he's getting some more positive yardage than he has on most of his other carries. Blitz right up the middle. Welbrock Bussey meets him at the line to gain, and as we called him earlier, bowling ball Blitz just rolls him over like a pin in the lane and manages to pick up that 1st down. We're just about 3 minutes left in this 2nd quarter here. Pittsburgh building one heck of a drive.
Absolutely, that's your guy on any 3rd and short scenario.
Kamizniak backs up, finds Davis over the middle of the field. I think that was Jamal Ballard, the linebacker, trying to cover a wide receiver there. That's definitely a mismatch that you got to take advantage of there.
Yeah, that was Ballard. I don't know if it was the route or maybe he just got tripped up, but Ballard on his back, he dove for the ball there, trying to get a nice play, but it almost just wasn't worth it as Davis gets the catch and able to get in for more yardage. He's over a century already, and it's not even the second half.
7 catches on 10 targets for 103 yards. Ryan Davis has lit up the charts so far in this one here. That's Kamizniak. He's taken down before he can even hand the ball off. Huge pressure there from Nashville immediately, and Ballard was there alongside number 29. That's Chris Delro, who's the one who confirmed that sack.
Wow. I don't know if that was a play action, but Chris Delro jumping the snap, getting his 2nd sack on the season. That's what you love to see from a safety.
Skamizniak shakes off the pressure again. Yes, Davis back in the end zone. Toe tap touchdown as Harley Wilson's injured on the field.
Wow.
Woo, that's one heck of a play there, DJ. A lot of things going on in that one.
I mean, what a heartbreaking play for Nashville there. Having the opportunity to get the sack on Skamizniak, he breaks it, finds Ryan Davis once again back of the end zone, and your defensive end goes down with an injury. I mean, there's not much else that can go wrong on a play.
I almost hate to bring this up, but I think to make matters even worse, I think that Wilson was the one who missed the sack on Skamizniak.
Oh, my.
So not only do you miss the sack, but you take an injury instead just under the 2-minute warning here of the 1st half. A big drive for Pittsburgh, and they managed to retake this lead here, a lead that they had very, very briefly against Nashville. 14-10 now in this one. Whew, I think everyone take a deep breath there.
Yeah, I mean, Nashville, that's got to be heartbreaking. They had a great play with the sack with Delro leading into that heartbreaking play. Morale's got to be a little low going into this drive, but if you're going to have some momentum going into the half, you're going to need some points on the board right now.
Absolutely. Time to see what this offense is made of.
Absolutely.
The SFL convention is headed to Baltimore for the 2025 convention, kicking off the league's 25th anniversary season from July 10th to the 14th. Join SFL Nation at the rooftop pool of our host hotel, the Hyatt Regency, looking out into Baltimore's Inner Harbor and revel in the league's first convention on the East Coast. You can reserve your room now with a special group rate at simfl.net. as Candy Cane will come back out and try and lead that scoring drive to even things up here. And he's immediately got Elliott Pope Jr. over the middle here. Man, you know, it feels like each of these quarterbacks has that one wide receiver that they're targeting. By necessity, I would say, in Nashville's case, considering they only have Elliott Pope Jr. But, you know, Skamizniak with Ryan Davis and Kane with Elliott Pope Jr., they're going back and forth right now.
Absolutely. And I think Nashville had a nice long talk after their field goal. They're going back to that split look, which worked so well in their first drive, and it worked again there.
Kane trying to find Bravado for the first time in a while, but that one's broken up well by Dyson. Nice little hit there will make it 2nd and 10.
Sharona, besides one of the first plays of the game that was thrown in the seam right over the top, she's really only been hit on little dinker dunkers right off the snap. They need to try and get her more space to catch these balls and run after the catch.
She's in motion to the right side of the line here, anchor on that right side to set up the doubles look here as Kane will drop back. 3-man pressure there. Oh, that one was tipped. Nice hops there from Jeff Spicoli to, you know, tip that one. It looked like he might have been going for the pick there, but just couldn't get the apex of his jump timed correctly.
That's a nice athletic play by your outside linebacker there. He's not a very big guy, standing at 6 foot, able to jump up, swat the ball away, and the receiver still getting laid out by the safety. A nice hit and a nice play by this Pittsburgh defense.
Hard-nosed defense here in Pittsburgh, that's for sure. As that one was thrown into a Frogger's worth of traffic there. That was nasty. Kane unable to find his receiver, and looks like number 21, Zion Waddles, will take the credit for the pass breakup there. 4th down and 10 now, and you know, Pittsburgh now gets the ball back with about 1:20 left to go here. They could really make something happen if Skamizniak can get them moving quickly down the field.
They absolutely could. I mean, they've been relying a little bit heavily on this run attack, and only Ryan Davis, I think
Oh no, it's a fumble! It's recovered by Nashville. McLeod's got it. Oh man, heartbreaker there for Pittsburgh. The fair catch not called there. Big mistake on special teams, and Nashville set up now in prime field position.
I mean, what more can you say? I believe that was Hayes, who has had such a good half of football, showing a slight hiccup there, which now immediately puts Nashville into scoring range.
Absolute backbreaker there for the Riverhawks special teams unit. You know, the return man is going to be getting an earful from his special teams coordinator when he gets back to that sideline there. Elliott Pope Jr., in motion to the right side here as King will pass on 1st down. Sharona Bravado's got it. 1st down. Well done there to find the big tight end as Nashville will call their first time out of the half.
Yeah, and we had mentioned it on the previous drive. They need to get Sharona Bravado more involved in the passing game. Apart from her first catch of the game, she hasn't been able to do much. She's been kind of locked up. That's a nice way to get her involved early in this drive.
3 for 37 as she lines up in the backfield, motions out onto the line. Kane looking to that right side. It's off the hands of Hayes. No, he had it in the end zone. Oh, that's a backbreaker for this offense. You got to be able to reel that one in.
Wow. I mean, that's just heartbreaking, really. I mean, that was an absolute licorice rope dime right to the receiver over the top of the defense, and you just have to haul that in.
That one's going to sting for Candy Cane. I'm sure the trust with his wide receiver Hayes will be a little bit frayed after that one, because you can't really do it any better than that. As he'll go back to passing to the right side again. This time he's got it. He went straight back to the well, and second time's the charm for Hayes.
I mean, if you trust, I mean, that's got to show some team spirit. Candy Cane being able to throw that route. Hayes missed the catch and immediately go back to the same throw. That takes a lot of confidence. That is a nice showing for this Nashville tempo offense, and a great pass by Candy Cane.
Man, another huge momentum swing, though, DJ. You know, we were talking about Pittsburgh really having a chance to extend their lead as Franz will tack on the extra point, bring the lead back up to 3, and instead, you know, Nashville gets that lead back in just about 20 seconds. Now, you know, if you're Pittsburgh, what are you going to do here? You still got a minute left on the clock. Do you really want to try and push it down the field and risk, you know, potentially turning the ball over?
I think their first move should be switching out this kick returner. Let's see if they do.
They
do.
Well, it's not the same guy, at least.
No, it's not.
as number 82 will bring it up to about the 35-yard line. Nice return there by Merritt. And he will set up Skimizniak to at least try and have a chance to push it down the field here. Remains to be seen whether Devin Lloyd will come back out onto the field for this offense or not, though, DJ.
Yeah, that would be a huge loss for them because other than Lloyd, I mean, they have some targets. They have Tala, the tight end, that they can go to, and they've got Davis they can also go to, apart from their running backs, which in this situation they're not going to be able to rely on.
We'll have to see how aggressive Pittsburgh wants to be with this final drive, potentially of the half here. They'll hand it off to Blitz on the first down play, and he'll get some nice running room there up the middle. Jamal Ballard brings him down after a gain of about 8. And I believe, that's Pittsburgh who will call their first time out of the half here. So still trying to manage that clock a little bit.
Yeah, I think it's a good decision, really. I think points would be great, and I think they should go for it, but I think another turnover could be absolutely detrimental if it puts Nashville in close to scoring range.
Bobby in motion now. Tight end on either side of that line. A little bit of an ace look here now for Skimizniak, who will drop back and dump off to find Talababi, who steps out of bounds well. Nice execution on the quick out route there by the tight end. That gets him about 5, maybe almost close to 10 yards there for only a couple seconds.
Like we said, with Lloyd out, they're going to have to look to their others. Obviously, they have been with Ryan Davis all game. Talababi getting her, I believe that was her first reception of the day. A nice little out to get the first.
I think it was the second, but either way, got to get these tight ends involved in the game as well here. The draw play to Blitz right up the middle, meets Ballard again, and is taken down after a gain of about 3 there as Pittsburgh calls their second timeout.
I mean, that's a nice heads-up play there by the tempo. I mean, me personally, I was completely fooled. I was fully expecting a pass, and they run the draw. Almost seemed like the tempo offense had that one scouted out and kind of expected it.
Skimizniak in the eye here, right at midfield. Might try and push it down the field, and he will. Oh, Ballard had it in his hands. Could have had an interception if that was an interception. Almost certainly would have been a house call.
Wow.
The outside linebacker. Dangerous pass there by Skimizniak.
I mean, it's almost just after I said it. A turnover would be detrimental. Skimizniak has to be careful. Points would be fantastic, but if you let up more points for Nashville, that's absolutely heartbreaking.
Light nickel coverage here. They're really covering the back end there. Davis tried to go up with the one hand again. That would have been his hander of the half, but this time he is crunched on the outside there. I think that was Bentley Bonner on the coverage, but either way, 4th and 7 now for this offense.
It's probably reassuring for this Nashville defense to see him miss one of those one-handed catches. Even I was starting to think he was almost a robot out there, just bringing every single one in. It was really impressive.
Punt down to the 15-yard line, brought up to the 19 by Easton King. Speaking of punts, I want to step back for a second. The last punt, we are getting word from James Walters, the Nashville coach, that the player who forced the fumble on that punt was actually Jimmy Hatsis, the corner. So hats off to Hatsis, no pun intended there, as he gets a turnover, a critical turnover in this first half so far, DJ.
Yeah, I believe that's his first forced fumble on the season, and what a spot to have it in, really.
Absolutely. I mean, huge momentum swing play there for this tempo team as they look to nurse this lead into half. Kane will pass on the first down. He wants it all. Oh, that one's been off of the face mask of number 30, Scott. Man, he has been getting picked on all game. He was in the medical tent and came back out on the field, and he really has been getting exploited so far by Candy Kane. Had the chance to kind of get some retribution there, unable to come up with an easy interception, really.
Yeah, if he would have got that one, we might have had to send a formal apology. I mean, nice heads-up defensive play regardless to make the pass deflection.
For sure. Kane, second down, feels the pressure, scrambling out of the pocket there. Just manages to avoid a big hit from Ferrier, the linebacker there, and will slide for a gain of 4 and almost certainly take this game into halftime. Nashville holding a slim 3-point lead here at home over the Riverhogs. 17-14 is the score. Both teams, I'm sure, will have a lot of talking to do in the locker rooms here. DJ, this has been a very exciting game here. We've seen all kinds of exciting swing plays, players making great plays, players making not so great plays. Walk us through that first half.
You know, it's been a really nice offensive showing here tonight. The Pittsburgh offense really switching it up nice between Ryan Davis and his reception upside, along with BB Blitz and Nemchek getting able to make nice runs on the ground. On the other side, Nashville having Pope and Hayes able to make nice plays, and Candy Kane's been looking phenomenal. He's gotten pressure on most plays, and he's able to sit in the pocket confidently and make nice throws.
Yeah, I think both of these quarterbacks have had good games so far. Really, the difference to me seems to be the running game. Blitz is sitting at about 60 yards rushing already in this one, whereas Tino Sosa, the leading rusher for the tempo, only has 12 yards to his name here. We've got to look at, if you're Pittsburgh in particular, how can you really keep that running game involved? As we head to the injury tent here to get a potential look at Wilson and Lloyd. Sore neck for Wilson and strained elbow ligaments for Lloyd. Wilson is probable to return, so we'll probably see him in the second half. Devin Lloyd is doubtful, which means that this offense for Pittsburgh will continue to rely primarily on Ryan Davis.
I mean, so far that hasn't been a bad thing, and especially mixing in with their running game. It's not to say that they won't miss him, but in his absence, they're looking okay so far.
Welcome back to Music City Stadium. Brandon Walters alongside DJ Kilgannon here in the booth with you. Cameron Irvine producing at SFL HQ as always. As the second half kickoff is fielded at the 10-yard line, we've got a flag on the play. Our first laundry, I believe, of the game here. Almost certainly going to be some kind of clipping call, which it is, which will set Nashville back a little bit on that return.
Yeah, I mean, that's just got to be some aggressiveness coming out of the halftime, right? I mean, you come out of the tunnel, you're ready to go, and you just get a little bit too excited, making an ill-advised play that's going to cost your offense a little bit of yardage.
Just a little bit. We've seen the occasional mistake from special teams, and number 39 Trap there is going to have to hear it from his coaches when he heads back there. But either way, Candy Kane and this offense will come back out here at their 18-yard line now and take over for the first offensive drive of the half. Setting up in the split back set. They really love this look.
They've been
three wide
receivers.
They have been. Hand off to Sosa up the middle of the field, getting a little bit more involved in this one. That's only his fourth carry of the game so far, if you can believe that. And he picks up 6 on the ground.
Yeah, I mean, getting a third of his yards in one play there. I think if Nashville is going to want to keep this lead, they're going to have to go to the running game a lot more than they have been and try and chew some clock.
Especially, he's averaging over 4 yards a carry right now, I think if you have a running back with that kind of efficiency, you should really be using him. Easton King is buried in the backfield by Jasant Grackleflin. A good tackle from the outside linebacker will bring up a 3rd and 5 now, and now you're probably going to have to see Kane go back to the air and use that arm.
Yeah, which we know he doesn't mind, I think it's going to be a pass to who knows. I mean, it's going to be probably Pope again. He's been targeting him plenty tonight.
McGinnis in motion to the right side there. Pope, I think, is alone on the top side there. One-on-one as Kane will look across the middle. Way down there. He's got Haynes again, who breaks 2 tackles, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Hayes. His second of the game, and man, the non-contract players coming up big for the tempo as they get a touchdown and extend their lead.
Wow, Hayes with the dagger. I mean, look at that. That is a phenomenal catch and run. Zion waddles just a few steps behind, trying to save the touchdown, making the catch, breaking the tackle from Al Ingram. What a play there. Candy Kane with a phenomenal throw over the top of the safety. There is nothing more you can ask for on a 3rd and 5 play.
Yeah, I think you saw a little bit there, the strong safety, Al Ingram, the 3rd that you mentioned. Really, I think he was trying to get the pick there, get aggressive, but he just mistimed his break on the ball there, and it just manages to slip through to Hayes. And then at that point, he's trying to recover, backpedal. The tackle doesn't go well, and then Hayes is off to the races there. A big strike from this Nashville offense. 3 plays, 82 yards to pick up a touchdown, extend this lead to 10 points now. The largest gap that we've had so far tonight, DJ.
Yeah, I mean, what a great way to start a half, right? I mean, there's nothing more that you need to do on a drive to completely put the other side of the ball out of the game. I mean, this Pittsburgh offense is going to have to come on the field with the momentum completely in Nashville's favor here.
Going to be tough sledding for this Riverhawks team now, down by 10. They will have to find some answer offensively. Skamizniak has been good so far, as has Blitz, but Can they keep it going is the question here. First down and 10 from their own 20-yard line. They'll try and answer that question here. Skmizniak in the pocket, dumps it off to his backup, and he is brought down in the backfield immediately there. I think that might have actually been the fullback there, number 35. Immediately,
I think so.
Jeff Spicoli again.
Yeah, I mean, both teams have been loving these little dump out routes to the backs, and I think Nashville's been doing a fantastic job reading these plays.
Well, it's brought out of the backfield in the two-point stance here. He'll block on this one, and Skmizniak needed the help there. Finds one of his wide receivers on the right side. That is Ivy, number 15, with a nice catch and a first down.
Yeah, I think Ivy there going in for Lloyd's place. And I mean, so far, that was a perfect throw by Skmizniak, slipping in between the two defenders in coverage there, being able to bring in the nice ball on the corner route.
Yeah, and again, DJ, we get to see a little bit of that play concept with the crossing routes there, that natural pick that creates corners. Been used very well so far tonight by Pittsburgh in particular. Nashville coming down a little bit closer to the line. They might try and press the receivers coming off the snap here. Play action, blitz, faked it, and then they tried to go to him on the pass there. He was immediately taken down as soon as the ball got past him there. A little bit of a reminder hit like, hey, you know, we know you're
here.
Yeah, we've been good. We know you've been good in this game, but we've been good too.
Yeah, blitz there with the play action. I don't hate the call. Just a lot of pressure on the backside, breathing down the neck of Skmizniak. Kind of seemed like he panicked and tried to get the ball out of his hands to Bibi.
Oh, Skmizniak on the rollout there. Faced pressure right up the interior of the pocket. Found Davis. Nice catch again by him for 4 yards there, but Skmizniak really, it feels like both these quarterbacks have been facing a lot of pressure, but the defenses just haven't been able to get home and get those sacks. You know, Kane has been sensing it and moving out, but Skmizniak really, I think he's been breaking more sacks than really anything else.
Yeah, absolutely. Breaking them or just throwing the ball out and taking them.
Well, here he is, third down, looking to that left side there. Oh, it was off the hands of Davis in coverage there and gave him a good what-for hit there, but fourth down now. And Pittsburgh will be forced to punt it back to Nashville. And really, that could be the start of a momentum shift here, firmly in favor of the home team.
I mean, it definitely could. That's what you need right here if you're the Nashville tempo. I mean, that's a great stop there. And you don't see many of those. Ryan Davis dropping the ball. He was hit as it got to him, but, I mean, all night he's been hauling those in.
King waves the arm at the 35-yard line. That's where Nashville will take over. How many likes do we have on this video so far? Whatever the number is, it's not enough, folks. Smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure you've got notifications on so you won't miss a minute of SFL and SFLm action, and help the channel grow through your support. Kane now under center, first down and 10 from their own 35-yard line. He'll send McGinnis in motion again. Potentially, we might see a little bit more running focus from this offense now as they have a sizable lead, and Sosa will get the ball there. Spicoli meets him after a gain of 4.
Yeah, Sosa with some tough running right there, lowering his shoulder, barreling over the defender. That's exactly what you want from your bell cow back. He needs to bring the aggressiveness in the start of the second half if they're going to take away this comeback from the Pittsburgh Riverhawks.
Well, you say bell cow, DJ. He's only had 6 carries, I believe, so certainly not getting too much action so far tonight, as King will get the handoff there from the backup spot and pick up a nice run on that left side. You know, last time we saw him go on that left side, he got stuffed in the backfield very well by Grackleflint. That time, managed to sneak through the hole there and pick up a nice first down.
Yeah, I mean, that was some great blocking by the Nashville O-line. Easton King being able to find the open lane, slip between defenders, and get a nice gain for the first down.
Sosa again on that left side. They're really working on that left side there, and he'll pick up 7. It makes you think maybe Portia Henson might be the tackle on that left side there, and they're really trying to exploit those matchups.
Yeah, I'd imagine so.
She is. I saw her there, 63.
Yeah, I mean, that's another tough run by Sosa, lowering his shoulder, running over Zion Waddles for a big gain.
They'll go there again. King right behind Henson, who was pushing hard to try and get that first down confirmed. Grackleflint brings King down just short of the line. 3rd and 1 now for this offense. And I mean, hey, with the way this drive's going, I think you could bet it all on another run.
I would make that bet. And I mean, if you're going to dig your back into any lineman and try and push forward, Henson is going to want to be the one you do it behind. Henson standing at 6'5", 316 pounds. That is a force.
Oh, man. Jeff Spicoli took a shoulder to the face there. Sosa had it on the left side. I feel like everyone in the stadium knew it was going to that left side. Fullback was angled that way and everything, but really still just able to power his way for an easy first down.
Yeah, this left side is getting used and abused right now. Sosa absolutely leveling the linebacker there.
Oh, King on the right side this time. A little bit of a switch up, and he picks up 6 yards. This running back tandem has really come alive here in the second half in particular. And I will say, DJ, it's a bit surprising that they're considering that they want to pick on that left side when you consider that P. Fudor is the defensive end on that left side. We've seen him make some good plays so far tonight.
Yeah, it's just a one-on-one matchup right now. Henson and Fudor right now. That guard coming in to help a lot on Fudor on those run attempts to the left side, I've noticed.
Sosa trying out his best Le'Veon Bell impression there, hesitating a little bit behind the line and was unable to really get anything moving there. I think he might have actually lost a yard, but either way, 3rd and 4 now. King in the backfield. We'll see if they trust the number 2 or if they go back to the air for the first time in quite a while here.
Now that you mentioned Fudor, he made the tackle on the last play, coming across the line to make the stop.
Exactly what you need out of your marquee defensive lineman. They will pass. Blitz, 5-man pressure, but McGinnis finds it there. Snuck around the backside of the corner. Chad Wolf here for Pittsburgh. You would have figured that would have been a matchup that he would be licking his chops for, but unfortunately for him, McGinnis beats him on that little in-route. Just, oh man, a lot of hand fighting there.
You know, most players want their name to be called all night, but if you're a corner, if you don't hear your name, that's a successful night. We haven't heard a lot of him all night, and that's because his receiver hasn't been catching the ball a lot.
Looking at the splits there, Candy Cane has at least over 200 yards, well over 200 yards of his production straight over the middle there. Really been exploiting the interior of this Pittsburgh defense as Sosa will pick up 4.
Yeah, another tough run there. Pounding it right in the middle, right behind Demon Pickle. Giving Henson a break there on the left side.
Feels like this Pittsburgh defense is really need a turnover at this point here as Bravado will motion out to the left side. They might be setting up for it again, and they do. They had the pulling guard there. King shakes off Wolf and tries to get past Spicoli. He'll drag him for just a couple more yards. 3rd and 2 now for Nashville. Man, they're draining the clock on this drive.
They really are. Easton King, a really nice showing for him. Coming into the game, only had 67 yards on the season. They really don't use him much in the run game, but he's doing fantastic so far tonight.
At this rate, he might double that up just in this game here. Sosa on the left side. Easy money for Tino as Wolf will bring him down at just about the 5-yard line now. 1st and goal for this Nashville Temple offense. Really, Pittsburgh has not been able to stop the roll here of this rushing game at all.
Yeah, Sosa running through Spicoli, breaking the tackle, kind of had his number, ran through him earlier, running him over again. I mean, from your outside linebacker, he's going to start making some plays, and we know he's capable of it.
Kane in the I formation, 2 tight ends on the line here, definitely looking to run the ball. There's only 3 down linemen for Pittsburgh here. Blitz on that right side. King just managed to avoid the blitz there, which was picked up on the edge. Al Ingram saves the touchdown, but man, Easton King is looking very speedy tonight.
He really is. He was hungry for that first rushing touchdown. He wants it, you can tell. So close to being able to put it in the end zone for his first on the season.
2nd and goal from about the 2-yard line here. We'll see if they go left. They will. Sosa's got it, diving into the end zone. Chad Wolf meets him, but not in time. Touchdown, Tempo. That's Sosa's 2nd of the game there. A very, very well-executed drive from this Tempo offense. And really, it felt like the tempo was being kept by the running game that entire time. Just
absolutely. Absolutely. Superman Sosa jumping over the blocker, meeting him right on the goal line and getting into the end zone. I mean, this drive put on full display by that offensive line of Nashville and these 2 backs. King and Sosa put on a performance that drive.
Absolutely. I think Zach Benjamin might sue you for saying Superman Sosa. I think he's very fond of that branding. But either way, 13 plays, 66-yard drive, over 5 minutes of time off the clock in this third quarter. A crushing drive if you're Pittsburgh there. You know, so much of the time that you would need to really kind of mount this comeback at this point has been evaporated. And at the end of the day, you still gave up the touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, that's got to be heartbreaking, really. They're going to have to start putting points on the board very quickly, and without their lead receiver, it's going to be tough. But Ryan Davis has been phenomenal in this game, so they're going to have to rely on him heavily.
Conway does not spill the ball this time like he did on the punt earlier in this one, and brings that offense out to about the 30-yard line or so. Eyes on Curtis Conway there as he makes sure to I'm sure he was, being sure to really tuck that ball in tight and not fumble that thing.
Absolutely. I'm sure his coach, gave him a talking to in the half. Looks like it definitely worked.
Oh, I don't doubt it one bit. I form here for Skimizniak, 1st and 10, but you feel like they're going to have to start moving the ball exclusively through the air at this point. Davis with the quick dump-off catch there, picks up 9 before Wilbrock Bussey basically catches him in mid-jump there and brings him back down to the ground oh so gently.
Like we said, Davis is going to be their guy. They have Tala Bobby at the tight end. They haven't been throwing to her a whole lot. They're going to have to really rely on Davis if they're going to stick with their current game plan.
Oh, blitz up the middle of the field, all kinds of room there, and will easily pick up a nice first down. This offense still, willing to trust in that run, and I feel like it is paying them off well. Blitz is able to get these big chunk gains. It's just a matter of time at this point, really.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that was a fantastic blocking display by the offensive line. You could have drove a Mack truck through that hole, but all you needed was enough room for BB.
Skimizniak under center again here, the I form again. They really love these formations here. He'll go to pass out of it again.
Oh.
Davis breaks the tackle over the middle of the field there. Bonner left in the dust, and he'll pick up an easy first down there.
I mean, that's nice coverage there. Bonner on the back of Davis, tackling him as he makes that catch. I mean, that's just a great display of concentration, able to bring the ball in while you have a star corner breathing down the back of your neck.
I mean, a good example of that connection, too, the timing, because you saw Davis throw the elbow to get Bonner off. Right up the middle of the pocket there. That one, no chance there. Number 64 for Nashville with a huge sack up the interior there. That was quite a lot of pressure coming up there. Really, Skimizniak had no chance.
Yeah, that's the type of plays you're going to need right there. And it kind of just seemed like a lapse at the guard spot, just kind of falling asleep there as the defensive tackle slipped in and absolutely destroyed Skimizniak.
4 wideouts now for Skimizniak on the field here. A little bit of pressure, but he'll go to the right side, trying to find Ivy. I think he found him on that same route earlier on in the game, but this time unable to connect with his wide receiver.
Yeah, he did, and maybe it was that pressure. I mean, he just got sacked the play before, maybe a little nervous that he wasn't going to have time, got it out a little too quick and overthrew the open receiver.
Things getting a bit louder here in Music City Stadium. The crowd getting involved. They want this defense to get the stop here on 3rd and 14. Skimizniak facing more pressure, stands in the pocket, looking down the field. He had a man, but unable to connect with Reed way down the field there. And that'll be another 4th down here as we come to the end of the third quarter. Through 3, Nashville now holding a pretty commanding lead over Pittsburgh. 31-14 is the score. Stay with us, folks. We'll be right back with you. Welcome back to Nashville, folks. Brandon Walters and DJ Kilgannon on the call here. Cameron Irvine producing at SFL headquarters. Punt here for Pittsburgh right at about midfield here, and they really need their defense to come up with something amazing here on this next drive. Can the punt pin them in? Ooh, that's an interesting bounce. I think
that might have went out at the 1. No, barely into the end zone.
Touchback just. Candy Cane will be breathing a sigh of relief, I'm sure, there for that one, as Nashville will get to take over at their 20-yard line. Your time is now to get your voice on the call. We are looking for passionate SFL participants to join our broadcast team for Season 24. Please visit simfl.net/broadcasting for more details on how you can get involved and be one of the biggest difference makers in the future of SFL action, as Tino Sosa picks up 5 on the first down run there, met by Zion Waddles.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of difference makers, right? Tino Sosa carrying the load along with Easton King to start this half. I mean, they almost drained the entire third quarter last drive. If they can do that again, that'll be the ball game.
Yeah, another long drive here would really be the final nail in the coffin of this Pittsburgh team. Flynn just
Oh,
missed King, but there's a flag on the play. This might come back. We might have some kind of holding or clipping call here on Nashville. It looks like it's going to be a clip call. That is painful if you're Nashville, because King really made something out of nothing there, it felt like.
absolutely. Yeah, I mean, King's got to look back and hate that one. I mean, that was a great run and a great blocking. I mean, the clipping, I would see why. But King making a lot out of a little and getting a huge gain, what would have been a first.
2nd and 17 now. Kane is going to have to dust off that arm, it feels like. Sosa will run the ball, though, on the 2nd down. That by Ingram, but he does get 6 of those yards back, so a little bit more manageable now. 3rd and 11 for this offense.
Yeah, as much as they want to run the ball, you got to imagine they're going to go to the pass here, which we know Candy Kane is comfortable doing.
I mean, he's been dicing it up so far through the air tonight. Really hasn't put a foot wrong. Going to that right side. Finds receiver McGinnis drops the ball. It's ruled as a fumble on the field. I think we'll have to take another look at that one. I don't think he made a football move, DJ, but either way, a big play for this Pittsburgh defense to either way. I mean, it gets this offense off the field. Really, the difference is field position.
Yeah,
Could be a big difference, but
yep, there's the challenge.
Yeah, James Walters.
I think you were right on that one. I think that's going to get looked back. It looked like an incompletion, kind of turning around, trying to get his footing. I mean, that was a great hit. Even if it is just an incompletion, that is a fantastic way to get your helmet on the ball as a receiver's bringing in the ball. That's textbook.
Well, we'll get a retroactive look at the play, potentially presented by Retroid. I'm not entirely sure at the moment. It seems like the refs might not be using that system just right now. The ruling on the field is overturned, so it'll be ruled an incomplete pass. But either way, 4th and 11 now for Nashville, so they will have to punt the ball back to Pittsburgh. And, you know, this isn't a contracted punter, so really, you know, you think you might be able to get the ball back right at around potentially even midfield here if you're Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I mean, it's still better than what they had going back to about midfield rather than around the 25. That's a big sigh of relief for the Nashville defense, getting a bunch more room to try and stop them. And exactly what you said, right at midfield.
Conway playing a risky game there. He fumbled early on in the game and does not wave his hand in the air for the fair catch again on this one. This time he's able to hold the ball right at midfield for the Riverhogs offense. Skamizniak is going to have to come up with a heck of a drive here to really keep Pittsburgh hunting in this one.
Now let's see what they can do.
1st and 10. That I formation twin set, they've loved that one throughout this one. And they'll motion the fullback into the weak set. Draw play there for Blitz, and he goes left side. I think he might have had more room up the middle, but either way, 3-yard gain there for the running back.
As much as they're loving this running game with Ballroom Blitz, as I'm hearing his nickname is, they're going to have to rely on the passing game with how little time and how many points they need to put up.
I do have to say, Mr. Wheeler, I'm sorry, but I like my own nickname more. I think bowling ball is better. Sorry, Nemchek gets the handoff there and is given 1 yard on that one. Bentley Bonner is the one who makes the tackle. 3rd and 6 now. We've seen 2 runs in a row here. Maybe Skamizniak trying to get warmed up here for this 3rd down pass.
I mean, that's great there by the safety, dropping down in run coverage, able to make the quick tackle on the run.
Late pressure there. Skamizniak finds Ivy on the right side. He tried to find him on the last drive, but was unable to connect. This time, his wide receiver is able to get on the same page there. Nice throw and catch there. And, you know, you saw a little bit of that delayed pressure there. As Keith Wheeler saying that I don't get to name BB Blitz. That's fair enough. I'll give you that, Keith. But either way, Ivy with a nice catch on that right side. Again, we see that natural pick.
Yeah. Going back to it, I mean, the defensive back diving, trying to swat the ball away. Ivy able to get past him and bring the ball in for a 1st down. That's a nice pitch and catch there by Skamizniak.
In the I form again here. Draw play again. Blitz trying to find some more room. This time goes right and is unable to get much on that side either. They'll give him nothing. In fact, they'll say he's just lucky enough to get back to the line of scrimmage there. 7 minutes left to go in this one, DJ. Feels like sand's dripping out of the hourglass.
It does, slowly and slowly falling as the game continues. I think Bear Winters was the first to make contact with that running play.
Wozniak passing over the middle of the field. Davis gets a little bit of a good break there. Talababi, his tight end, was really being a bulldozer there, clearing the way forward to get that first down. Nice job there. Keith, I accept that compromise. Blitzkrieg, I like that one. That is creative. As Brian Davis eclipses 150 yards in this one, he has put on a stellar performance, DJ.
Yeah, I mean, he's having a fantastic game. All for naught if they're not able to put some points in the end zone here. He was fighting and fighting for more yards. He has a lot of heart in him.
Wozniak again trying to find Davis over the middle there. Those quick little drag dump offs there. This time Wellbrock Bussey gets a hand up in the interior of that defense to swat that one down. 2nd and 10 now. You know, Pittsburgh's already at the 13-yard line here. If they can score quickly, and, you know, we might not even potentially be talking about an onside kick type of situation yet.
Yeah, I mean, if their defense can do what it did previously, they might have plenty of time to put some more points on the board.
Down by 17, so it's a 3-possession gap here. Wozniak will have to close that. Davis wide open over the middle of the field. Great job there. I think beat Pink Lisa, but either way, touchdown for the Riverhogs, and they are back in this one with just a sliver of hope.
I mean, we've said it a few times, right? That's your guy, Ryan Davis. He is the one you want to go to in these big spots. He's been having a great performance all night, getting points on the board when they need it.
It was actually Bentley Bonner there in coverage one-on-one, and Davis really has had the measure of whoever he's been matched up against so far in this one, really burning this defense all throughout the night here as Pittsburgh draws it back to within 10 points. 21-31 the current score, a 7-play, 49-yard drive for Pittsburgh. Big momentum, potential momentum swing here, and they will kick deep, so we're not in offensive kick or onside kick territory just yet, DJ.
Yeah, not just yet, it seems. Pittsburgh, they're going to have to grind out another nice defensive drive. Easton King, the great return. He's been a nice Swiss Army knife tonight for this Nashville offense.
Oh, another injury. A Pittsburgh legend going out of the game now, Troy Polamalu. I'm sure we'll see his hair on the way to the medical tent here. That's unfortunate for Pittsburgh to lose another player here. You know, we still haven't seen Devin Lloyd come back into this game yet, and I don't believe we've seen Harley Wilson for the tempo back in either, so it seems like the medical tent might be getting a little bit full tonight.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think Harley Wilson's came back, and definitely Lloyd hasn't. I mean, I think we all know what's coming here. This Pittsburgh defense, they're going to have to hone in on this run and try and stop Sosa and King.
Insisting on only 3 down linemen here. 1st and 10 from the 37-yard line. 6 minutes to go. Kane will throw on the first down here. Plenty of time in the pocket. Looking down the field, had Bravado open downfield there, but Al Ingram III is able to break that one up well down marker there. That is unfortunate for Kane. That was a big shot to take on the first down.
Yeah, I mean, they don't need the points necessarily, but I like the aggressiveness coming into the drive. I mean, a nice throw to Sharona over the middle, just not able to haul it in as she gets hit when the ball gets to her.
2nd down, they'll throw again there. Oh, just found, I thought that was going to Bravado, but Pope Jr. stepped right in front of that one. Nice 7-yard pickup there for this offense to set up a short 3rd and 3 here. You have to question whether they'll go back to Sosa on that left side again.
I think they should. This passing attack is working so far, making it 3rd and short, but that's been their bread and butter.
Left side, King trying to find it, shakes Ferrier off. Good job there. Zion Waddles will take him down after the first down marker, but King picks up another first down. He's been hard running as well as Sosa, and Kane, I just want to point out, is nearing 300 passing yards on the game. He's had a fantastic night.
Yeah, I mean, this entire Nashville offense has just been complete. I don't think there's really another word other than complete. Every level of this team has been fantastic, from the blocking to the passing to the catching. I mean, right there you can see it on display. Elliott Pope making a nice catch in coverage.
Really has been a well-executed game plan from this offense. No turnovers. The running game has been productive when it needs to be. The passing game has been extremely productive, as Sosa will pick up a nice first down there. Took a bit of a shot from Scott, the corner that Nashville's been picking on all game there, trying to let out a bit of that frustration. 1st and 10 across midfield already for Nashville.
Yeah, for sure. Huge props to these running backs, but even bigger props to this offensive line. They're going to get a big feast after this game. They have been making some massive holes for these backs.
Yeah, Portia Henson and Demon Pickle are going to get a lot of plaudits for this performance, I feel like, as King gets on that left side there. Nice run. Will pick up 5. And again, you saw Portia Henson there on that left side, engage on the end so well. That was P. Fudor again on the one-on-one there, and engage the block so well that King has that room.
Yeah, I mean, what an impressive performance against such a good player. It's almost like it's a one-on-one matchup, and Henson has been doing phenomenal in the role.
Bravado angled towards that left side in the fullback spot. They'll go a little bit more middle this time. Sosa's got all kinds of room. Wow, what a run from Tino Sosa. Scott, the last man back, makes the tackle at the 5-yard line. But man, Tino Sosa and this offense have been humming in the second half here. I want to point out before we see the replay, Sharona Bravado down the field playing in that fullback position as a tight end. She was 20 yards downfield. Oh, we don't even get the replay, but she was 20 yards downfield blocking. I think it was Al Ingram III or Zion Waddle, one of the safeties.
I think so. Wow, what a run, what a block. That's a fantastic play there by Tino Sosa.
Man in motion here, a heavy set still for Nashville. 3:20 left to go in this one. The final dagger could be driven in right about here as King was fighting for it on the right side. Waddles brings him down after no gain. 2nd and goal now at about the 7-yard line.
Yeah, I mean, I think this Pittsburgh defense knows what's coming. They just have to attempt to stop it. This running game has been great whenever they've gone to it all night. The offensive line has been working wonders tonight, and these backs have been hard to bring down. This Pittsburgh defense is just going to have to load the box and try and take them down early.
It's been tough. Feels like both teams' front sevens have had issues tackling running backs in this one, but really, Nashville has come into their own here in the second half in terms of running the ball as Kane drains the time off the clock. Grackleflint meets Sosa quick there, and will bring him down after a gain of about 2 or 3. They'll set up 3rd and goal on about the 3-yard line here, but I think Nashville's going to run the clock down to the 2-minute warning.
And I think that play sums up the rushing attack of this Nashville tempo team so well. Even on a lapse of blocking from the offensive line, Sosa was met by 2 people behind the line of scrimmage, still managed to get a positive gain. Not a lot, but that still shows a lot of heart by Tino Sosa managing to get yards.
Hope Jr. in motion. That will bring on the 2-minute warning here. 2 minutes left in this one. Don't go anywhere. We see out the conclusion of this one. Welcome back to Music City Stadium. Brandon Walters and DJ Kilgannon here in the booth. Cameron Irvine producing at SFL HQ. You join us. 3rd and goal from the 4-yard line here. Nashville trying to drive the final nail in the coffin on this one and potentially kill off Pittsburgh's fading playoff hopes. Easton King is brought down by Zion Waddles very well. Pittsburgh will call their first time out of the half here, and that will force Charles Franz onto the field for a chip shot field goal.
And that run doesn't score, but it does what it needs to do. Burns a timeout for the Riverhogs. Lets them go into an offensive drive, only 2 timeouts, down by multiple possessions. That drive did exactly what it needed to. It burned the clock for the tempo.
At the same time, though, Pittsburgh's defense did what they needed to do there, because if you give up a touchdown, it's a 3-possession game, and I think at that point we can confidently close the book on this one. At this point, though, only a 13-point lead for Nashville, so there's still a very, very faint sliver of hope for the Riverhogs.
Let's see if we can hold on to the ball on the return here.
I don't think he's going to get a return, no. They will kneel in the end zone. Touchback will bring it out to the 20-yard line. SFLm Season 9 regular season action concludes Wednesday, December 4th with 4 more exciting matchups starting at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, including Philadelphia at Pittsburgh, San Jose at Albuquerque, Nashville at Chicago, and Lexington at Bossier City as teams make their final push for the postseason. See the SFL Stars of Tomorrow on the Virtual Football Network. First down, Skamizniak going to the right side, trying to find, I think that was Ivy again there, and this time it is shut down well indeed by Jimmy Hatsis.
It was. They went right back to the well. That pick play on the corner for Ivy. The only difference there, Smizniak throwing it just a smidge early before Ivy was able to break away from the pick and get open.
Second and 10, Skimizniak dropping back, late pressure again there.
Oh.
Oh, he's off the hands of his receiver, 86. Oh, man, I think that's Reed. Yes, it's Reed. Got to be able to bring that one in there. Could have been a huge play for the Riverhogs offense, but as it is, 3rd and 10 now. Minute 46 to go here for Skimizniak.
I mean, that's a great throw there, sitting in the pocket, making the right read, making a great throw. Just watching it tip off the hands of the receiver has to be heartbreaking for him back there.
And in motion to the right side, that is Davis. The man to keep an eye on here. Skimizniak will go to that right side. Oh, man, Ivy was the intended target on that one, but Bonner gave him a bone-crunching hit there right at the line to gain. And 4th down and 10 now. Everything's on the line for Skimizniak and the Riverhogs.
Bonner has had a nice showing here guarding the receivers of this Pittsburgh Riverhog offense. Just need to do it for one more play, and it'll probably seal the deal.
Crowd on their feet here in Nashville. Shotgun for Skimizniak. Blitz to his left, has time. Looking down the left side of the field. It's bobbled by Conway, the guy who fumbled on the return earlier in the game. He's going to be the scapegoat of this one as Lisa in good coverage down the field there. Conway clangs it off his hands.
Yeah, he's just got to, he's just eating too much popcorn. That's got to be it. I mean, that's 2 huge plays slipped right through his fingertips, literally and figuratively. Nashville, all they got to do, waste these 2 timeouts, and that's the ball game.
Feels like that ABBA song. Time slipping through my fingers.
Absolutely is.
Unfortunate for Pittsburgh, but that will almost certainly. Oh, not another injury. Zion Waddle's now headed to the blue tent. Oof.
Add insult to injury, literally. I mean, what else could go wrong, really?
Yeah, really. It feels like at this point, Pittsburgh's going to have a hospital tent on the plane with them back home to the Steel City here. It has been a rough night offense in terms of the injuries, certainly. As 6 yards there, I believe that was Sosa on the carry there.
Yeah, Nashville came out in this one wanting blood. They wanted to remind the league who they are.
Absolutely. And I mean, to be fair, the league needed a little bit of DJ. You know, this win for Nashville snaps a 2-game losing skid here. You know, they lost to San Jose 34-14, and then again to Albuquerque 31-13. It's really been a struggle for them in these past couple of weeks here, but they get right and, you know, try and maintain their position at the top of the standings here. Pittsburgh, meanwhile, is really, really on life support at this point. They're still going to be in 6th place with losses at the bottom of the table by Bossier City and Chicago earlier on tonight, but really, you know, they can't afford any more slip-ups if they want to have a chance at the playoff picture there. Sosa gets them right back to goal-to-go territory here. Pittsburgh will call their final timeout of the half, their last gasp, trying to provide any kind of resistance here. You know, Sosa looking for his hat trick. You know, he has 2 touchdowns tonight, but they will come out in the victory formation. He just secures the century mark on this one, so congratulations to Sosa on a 100-yard game.
Yeah, that's a nice sign of showmanship here for Nashville. Going ahead and kneeling it out. I mean, this was just a dominant performance, really, by Nashville.
Certainly, it felt like all phases of the game here was a really good one. You know, really, DJ, it was a good game. You know, we had only 1 turnover special teams. You know, both teams were secure with the ball. Both teams ran the ball well. They passed the ball well. Really felt like a well-rounded game from all sides here, and really just felt like, you know, one team kind of had to lose this game, unfortunately, and Pittsburgh just wasn't able to keep up.
You know, it just seemed like the little things really in this one. That fumble on the punt return was massive. Flags here and there, you know, drops in open coverage, you know. It's just the little things that win and lose ball games in these type of scenarios.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, looking at the schedule here, you know, Nashville gets to go and play in Chicago in the Windy City for their final game of the season here, whereas Pittsburgh has to they get to go back home, but they have to play the red-hot Philadelphia Cougars in the Pennsylvania Cup, I believe. Or, I don't know exactly what they call it, but it's a Pennsylvania matchup there for the final game of the season. Should be a very exciting final week here in the SFLm either way, as this one draws to a close. Nashville defeats Pittsburgh and sends them home packing. Score of 34-21 in this one. Really a good game to watch here. We had a lot of fun with this one, DJ. As we close out here, did you have any final thoughts?
You know, I mean, this just shows that you can have such a good passing game led by a receiver like Pope Jr. and be able to switch it up on a dime and rely on your running game with your two backs. I mean, that was just it was such a nice change of pace for the tempo offense, showing that they're not a one-trick pony and they are capable of more.
I want a quick player of the game, DJ.
Pino Sosa, 100%.
Okay. I'm going with Ryan Davis. Well, either way, folks, thank you for joining us here tonight in Nashville. Game. I had a pleasure calling this one with my partner DJ Kilgannon alongside Cameron Irvine, our producer. Thank you very much for joining us here tonight, and stick around, folks. Next week is going to be exciting here in the SFLm. Don't miss a minute of it. Have a good night.